Well, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, have dismissed 27 officers for fraud and misconduct following recommendations from its staff disciplinary committee. The EFCC chairman, Ola Olukoyede, affirmed that no officer is exempt from discipline, emphasizing that the commission's core has values. He also addressed a $400,000 allegation involving an EFCC officer, assuring a thorough investigation. The EFCC has warned of impersonators extorting money under its name, citing 2 individuals recently arraigned for attempting to blackmail a former Nigerian Ports Authority boss for over $1 million. Well, the commission urged the public to report fraud and dismissed any attempts by suspects to blackmail their officers. The EFCC has reiterated their commitment to integrity and accountability, and this afternoon we are going to be shifting our attention to the latest reorganization within the EFCC. It's led to the firing of 27 officers over misconduct, fraudulent activities, and the need to sustain the house cleaning to strengthen the efficiency of the organization in the fight against corruption. We're joined now by Arise News analyst Dayo Sobowale to discuss this and many more. Good afternoon, Mr. Sobowale.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Thanks for joining us.
As usual.
The irony of fraudulent activities occurring within the EFCC, as the body itself is in charge of these inquiring about fraudulent activities. So the investigators are going to be investigating themselves. What do you think of this whole house cleaning that's going on?
That is corruption fighting back. You get me? And attacking those he thinks are trying to prevent it from festering. You see, the EFCC has done the right thing. It has publicized it. Because you see, there are many people in Nigeria, if they are in any regulatory position, they assume they are above board. Or that nobody can touch them. They are there, having police, immigration, and all that. So this is a very fine example to show that nobody is above board. And the dismissal should send a message to those within who are still succumbing to temptation, who are still thinking that they can sell their position to let people go scot-free when they have committed financial and economic crime, which is what the FCC is meant to enforce. So it's a good message. Let's leave it at that for now.
Indeed, let's also look at what strategies, because it's not just about starting by, dismissing these 27 officers. What are the strategies you think they can put in place to sustain this house cleaning and prevent future corruption cases within the system?
Make the punishment swift and publicize it as they have done. And let them make sure that the punishment is fulfilled and carried out, and staff know that. Because given the nature of their job, you see, the temptation is there. The perquisites of office to be obtained under the table illegally, they are there. And the finance and economic sector of the economy, they are buoyant, lucrative sectors. And if you are to monitor them, you must, like Caesar's wife, be above board. But, like I said, the temptation is always there. And corruption is always fighting back. Don't forget that the FCC is dealing with highly placed, powerful, rich, prosperous people who are so confident that they can buy their way anytime. So the onus is on the EFCC. And you see, I commend the present chairman of the EFCC. They even said in that press release that he is above board and is not, that nobody can tempt him. Because if you look at his predecessors, I don't think anybody has gone scot-free.
No.
The other.
A couple of them have gotten in trouble themselves.
Almost all of them.
Almost all of them. They live in the midst of controversy.
Except maybe perhaps the present NSA, who was the first one there. Get me? So don't forget, there are governors who are senators. There are governors. See, they cannot touch governors and deputy governors when they are in office. But when they are in office, they are in the Senate. Do you get me? And you see, their cases are on. Although they have not mentioned influence or undue influence from political office holders, they have not mentioned the reasons for these dismissals. But you can hazard a guess.
Right.
You can hazard a guess that they have an uphill task, but it is a task that must sanitize our system. And they must, I repeat again, like Caesar's wife, try to be above board.
Well, you know, the EFCC has taken a beating to its name and its reputation in the last couple of years with these kinds of moves, sweeping 27 individuals being sacked or investigated. Do you think this is going to be good for a reputation overhaul, so to speak?
Why not? There's no utopia on earth here. There's no institution that does not have bad eggs. These are the bad eggs. But the leader is still beating his chest that he is sure that they will not succumb to temptation by anti-corruption forces or those who are involved in corruption who think they can buy their way through any fraudulent act. They are moving in the right direction. They should, in addition, make sure that when some of their operatives do some great things, they should publicize it and reward them. Reward them. Give them something tangible, something material, so that people can see that it pays to stay straight, even while you are in the midst of anti-corruption forces trying to soil your hands.
So a carrot and stick approach, not just beating,
right.
but also commending those who do well.
Beautiful. And see, I don't think it has in any way dented their image. It shows that human beings after all, and that they too can take care of themselves when they derail. That is a nice message, both for those within and for those outside who are trying to derail them with temptations.
You know, they always call for collaborative effort with citizens. What ways do you think citizens, civil society organizations, and the general public can play in ensuring that they play that role of fighting corruption within the society?
Give them information, write petitions. Write petitions, give them information, and they too, they have informants. But they must protect those informants.
Exactly, because I was going to come to the whistleblowers.
Retribution would be too much.
They must give them protection. Like, you know, they do in the US. You get me? They give you protection. You get me? And I think they cannot always get information on their own. Sure. And then, you know, of course, the media is ever there. And again, they say, I used to think that they were doing media trial by exposing some people before even prosecuting or having them sentenced. But then I discovered it is in their act that they must publicize whatever they do. But I think they should try not to publicize cases in court until they are concluded. That's all.
Fair enough, fair enough. Well, it's always great to have you on the program with us. Thank you so much for joining us, Dayo Sobowale.